Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here, and welcome to episode 17 of Let's FIFA 13. And I go into my first game of this episode with my substitute squad, and I come up against a really tough side, as you'll see here. 5 at the back with Micah Richards and Johnson as centre backs, and a lot of pace forward as well. And he gets this game started in the second minute with some nice work there from Podolski, and he's up 1-0. And then in the 12th minute he crosses in, he finds Javinho, and he makes it 2-0. A really bad start for me. But in the 24th minute, a nice scoop turn past the defender there from Ben Arfa, and it's 2-1. But it was so difficult to break his defense down, and I got very few chances in the first half. So I decided to go into the second half with a bit of a different approach, because he had 2 right backs as center backs, and right backs and left backs tend to have really bad heading stats. So I thought, let's try to make some crosses and see if I can get some chances that way. And I actually managed to create quite a few chances that way, but it just wouldn't get into the back of the net. I see here, finding my way to Cisse, but again missing the goal. And in the end, he actually managed to hold on to the lead, and he wins the game 2-1. And I get my first loss of Division 1. So I decided, for my second game of this episode, I better go back to the team I know will perform well, the Brazilian side with Magidi. And I come up against a quite similar side. He also have Wellington, Ramirez, Dede, and quite a few more players similar to mine. And I get the game started in the 4th minute, passing it out to Wellington, and I thought, let's take the easy goal. But look at that save from Diego Alves, and then Neymar picking up, flinging it past 2 defenders, and what a finish. And he keeps scoring great goals, just like in the last episode. A nice flick there past the 2 defenders. And from there on, it was skill on. And despite he did jockey, I actually managed to get past him with McGee and then get past another defender. And he managed to pass it away just before the keeper gets to the ball. And I win a penalty. And we all know who is going to take this penalty. That is Ronaldinho. And we also know where he's going to place it, into the top left-hand corner. And he steps up, and he places it straight into the top corner. And even though he jumps the right way, there is no chance saving it. And he actually continued to jockey there, but Ronaldinho in the end actually managed to get past the defender and cross it in, but he finds no one. And then I started the second half quite similar to the goal I scored with Neymar in the last episode. A nice skill run there, past 3 defenders, pass it to Wellington, and the keeper makes a complete fluke and an easy goal from Wellington there. But if I knew the keeper would make that fluke, I had probably tried to get a heel goal or something like that instead. And then Magidi once again on the ball, getting past the defender, and in the end, the ball ends up at Neymar. And Magidi was just all over him in this game. And look at this, flicks it past the defender, crosses in, and Carlos Eduardo makes it 5-0. And despite not being compilation-worthy goals, these skill goals were still pretty nice, I think. And this was a really enjoyable game to play. And I win the game 5-0, and a great way to get back after losing the last game. So I go into my third game of this episode, continuing with the Brazilian side, and I come up against another really pacey side, as you'll see here. Walcott, Hoylett, Ottoman Winky, Long, Walker, Clichy, a lot of pace in this squad. And he managed to get the lead in the 35th minute, and then once again, just before halftime, he makes it 2-0. And I just seem to struggle a lot against these pacey sides, I don't know why. And I just can't score whenever I get my chance, as you can see here. And I actually had a lot of chances. Look at this, completely open net, and I missed the goal. And then once again, Magidi threw on goal, and he actually managed to take the keeper out here, and I miss an open net once again. And when I miss those chances, he will take his chances, and he makes it 3-0 on the rebound there. And this was just not my game. As you can see here, I tried to make a fake shot, and I do a slide tackle instead, and I get a yellow card. And that pretty much sums up my game. Nothing went my way. It was not until the final seconds of the game that I actually managed to get a goal out of this. Running a bit backwards, trying to create a bit of space for myself, and in the end, I find my way to Wellington, doing a few skill moves, managing to get past 1 defender, getting past another defender there, and it's 1-3, but way too late, and I lose another game. Really frustrating having lost 2 games in 3 matches. So I go into the last game just thinking I want to win this. And if you saw that, the latency dropped to 1 bar just before we went into the game. And I didn't notice that back when I was playing. But I noticed that when I played the game, because there was so much lag in this game. As you can see here. And it was completely impossible to do skill moves. And it was also impossible to defend for both of us. So this game was pretty much just trying to get some easy goals because you just couldn't defend. And you see at 10 minutes and there's already scored 3 goals. And then in the 14th minute, he makes it 2-2. And so many goals in the start of this game just due to the lag, and none of us were able to defend. As you hear me here doing a back post cross once again, finding McGeady, and it's 3-2. And then in the 19th minute, Neymar on the ball, and he makes it 4-2. And the lag was so bad in this game, it was unreal and not fun to play whatsoever. And I wish I had seen that the latency dropped to 1 bar. And as you can see here, I take some easy goals because I knew it was so difficult to defend this game, and better be safe than sorry, so I tried to get as many goals as possible. And here you see Wellington off balance. He tries to pass it to Neymar, but in the end it actually finds its way to McGeady, and he does a nice chip there over the keeper, and I win the game 6-3. And that's pretty much the end of this episode, guys. I win Division 1, win the title with 21 points. And now I want to ask you guys a question, because I can either go on and show every game I play now on, either in tournaments or in this division, or I can go on and only show the games where I get some great skill goals. And that will mean if I only go with the skill goals, the episode will most likely be like yesterday's episode with some really nice gameplay in it. Or I can go the other way around and show every single game. So yeah, guys, let me know that in the comments. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will talk to you later.